Hi, I'm Don. Welcome to my channel. Today we paint this mini from GHAMAK miniatures. This is actually a terrain but I'll paint it like it's a typical miniature. While you watch the painting, we'll talk about Zenithal underpainting and our golden lemon standard painting. So watch the video as we turn this miniature into this. This channel is supported by all these awesome brands. And of course, this channel won't be possible without the support of my patrons. First off, before we paint, I like to congratulate my daughter, Nico Suratos. Well, basically, she won silver, second place in a Gunpla painting competition. Nico actually competes in her category, which is under 20 category, similar to the category last year when she won gold and competed at Japan for the World Championships. So with this one, it's just a local Gunpla painting competition, no modifications, no diorama, which is equally exciting to be honest. And it was fairly like, she did it like in 3 days I think. So it was super fun. Now let's paint. But we'll talk about why would you like to start your painting over Zenithal underpainting or even white primer or gray primer. I get this question a lot because people would ask why would you want to paint over black primer or why or when would you like to paint over Zenithal. So I can't really answer the when. It's more of sometimes for me it depends on like the time frame. If I want to finish really fast or a little bit faster, but I'm not really aiming for super high quality painting, I'll go with Zenithal and I'll tell you why. But with black primer, it's a little bit more time consuming, but personally I feel I have a bit more control because I start with dark colors to lighter colors. So I get to create volume in a linear manner because you're simply painting with dark paints and you get lighter colors and you paint smaller areas. It's basically like super basic layering. Now, painting over Zenithal is kind of fast, especially if you paint with contrast paints. Because if you use contrast paints, you create some sort of contrast really fast. However, it always feels like after the contrast paints, you're like, what do you do next? It's like you need to add a bit more shade, which is easy. But if you're really going for high quality painting, display level painting, you still need to do layering on top of the contrast paints. Now in this video, I did not use contrast paints, I did not use transparent paints like inks, but basically I use cuttlefish which are pre-glazed paints. They're only semi-transparent but practically it's similar to Vallejo, just add a bit more medium to Vallejo so that you get a little bit more transparency. So if you're not painting with transparent paints, you have to maximize the Zenithal underpainting by painting lighter colors. So select a midtone that is, you could use like a midtone that is lighter than your actual midtone. So you maximize the very bright underpainting and you come up with very vibrant colors. This is the main reason why I do not like, in my previous videos, I always say that it doesn't matter how you paint the base colors. It all ends up with the amount of shades and highlighting that you put on your miniature to make it look really good. So the main problem with starting with Zenithal, it's either even if you use contrast paints or ordinary paints, you start with the midtones. And by starting with the midtones, you have to paint a lot of shades. And of course, you have to do a lot of recess painting to get that very nice like separation in between the different elements of the miniature. And then you still have to paint a lot of layering or do a lot of layering on top of the base colors. So it's like you paint shades which is easier. You could use oil washes or contrast paints. But then again, you still have to do like the basic layering so that you kind of push the contrast a bit more. So the main advantage of painting over zenithal or even white underpainting or white primer is that you get very vibrant results. Like your colors are super vibrant, you give them like a couple of thin coats and you have like a very saturated finish. However, the main the bad thing about painting over zenithal is that you have to do a lot of shades and you have to do recess painting so that you have really nice separation. And the good thing about painting with like black primer is that your process, the whole painting process, is a little bit more linear. Because it's just basic layering, painting dark colors over black primer as your foundation color, and then you build up the layering until you get your highlight colors. Normally, you'll see me paint from light to dark, like basically zenithal, I'll paint the skin from light to dark, and then I'll paint from dark to light by painting the other details of the miniature. So it really depends on what you like. The main process should be relaxing and ultimately, of course, what is fun for you. However, in terms of what is faster, what would deliver great results really fast, it's practically almost the same, because at the end of the day, when you really want to push the painting of your miniatures, it's the layering after the midtones that will really push the contrast and the quality of your painting. Don't get me wrong, shades will give you nice quality miniatures too, but if you're really pushing for your quality, the painting quality, you really have to paint highlights. Now it's time to thank all my patrons. These guys make this channel so much possible. Also, thank you to GHAMAK, which is one of my longest partners, for sponsoring this video and this miniature. Also, I would like to invite you to our Discord channel. I have the link below. We're like creating a golden lemon standard, no, not standard, golden lemon network, wherein we collect like YouTubers that create videos and be part of our team. And basically, talking of golden lemon, it's just my fun way of calling display level painting, because we don't have golden demon here in the Philippines. And I'm bitter, so I'm calling it golden lemon. The Golden Lemon Network though is headed by Kaiju Atlas. He's also like the main head tech admin at our Discord. He's a cool guy. You should check out our Discord because it's super fun. So that's it for this video. I hope you like this video. It's basically zenithal underpainting versus painting over black primer. That's it, Pansit. I hope you like the video. Until next video, guys. Bye!